for joining us here this afternoon for Talk Pittsburgh. It is Monday, and Mikey, I don't know if you realize this, it is the last Monday of February.
Wow, that was fast. Well, that makes sense. There's only 28 days in February, so
here we are.
We are here. All right, well, we have a lot planned this Monday, including a powerful new campaign challenging all of us to look at life through a child's eyes. How one simple activity can inspire a ripple of joy across the city.
And the next time you go out to eat, expect some changes, how our habits and local businesses are changing this year.
That and so much more coming up this hour. First, your local headlines in under 90 seconds and our Bird's Eye View.
PennDOT is rolling out a $100 million plan to expand charging for electric vehicles all across the state.
Local and regional planning groups will help to decide where those stations will go. The goal is to make EV ownership more practical.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit is beginning a major update to how people pay fares. This is according to our partners at the Post-Gazette. Over the next 10 months, about 150,000 Connect card users will be transitioned over to a new system that's called ReadyFare.
Kids across the country have a week-long celebration that promotes literacy and a love of reading. Several school districts in our area will be taking part in all the fun. In Mars, the school district there will have theme days like Surf's Up for Reading, Read Your Shirt Day, and Be a Storybook Character Day.
The Penn's captain missed the gold medal game for Canada after getting a lower body injury in their quarterfinal victory over Czechia. Now, before yesterday's game, Crosby did say he was close to being able to play, but then he decided against it.
You can either play or not play, and I just didn't feel like I was able to. And if I'm not able to go, then I'm not going to compromise our team or put myself out of that.
And here in Pittsburgh, of course, all eyes turn to Thursday night to see if Crosby will play here. But around the country, all eyes were glued to their TVs Sunday morning. The Olympics wrapped up yesterday, and one game had the entire country out of bed at 8 a.m. on Sunday. The men's hockey team bringing home the gold after an overtime goal by Jack Hughes defeating Canada. Sound familiar? The USA women's hockey team did the same thing last week. And a big congrats to our local guy, Vincent Trocheck. He's going a bit viral, by the way, after cameras caught him telling his teammates how he planned to celebrate last night by getting messed up. Only he didn't use the word messed. I'll let you fill in the blanks here. Congrats to him and all of Team USA. Hope they're feeling okay this Monday. By the way, the Golden Kid, Jack Hughes, is coming to town. He plays for the New Jersey Devils, and they take on the Pens at PPG Paints Arena Thursday night. And if you're out and you need to eat, today we're talking dining. It's expected to boom this year, but getting a table might look a little bit different for some places. Mikey is breaking down some newer restaurant trends to make going out a little easier.
Well, if you love dining out, you're on trend. According to some numbers from Open Table, restaurant demand is expected to grow in 2026, with more people expected to eat out this year. One reason, we've talked about this before. People are now prioritizing experiences over material things. And we're seeing that here in Pittsburgh. Local spots are expanding. High Hold and Moon just opened a new tavern concept, adding a more casual space inside the historic Carriage House to serve the growing West Allegheny area. And a fan favorite, Moonlit Burgers, recently opened another location in Garfield. Its fourth brick and mortar after building a big following through pop-ups and their original Dormont spot. But as people head back to restaurants, you might notice a few changes. According to recent reporting from Axios and the Philadelphia Inquirer, some restaurants are actually moving away from reservation apps and asking customers to call directly or book through their websites. The reason? Third-party platforms can charge significant fees, cutting into already thin margins. Also, there are so many different reservation apps out there now that seating availability is sometimes inaccurate. And another change this year, more restaurants are cracking down on no-shows. Have you ever done it? Nearly 1 in 3 people admit to reservation ghosting. That simply means not showing up. So many spots are now requiring a credit card hold or even a deposit to reserve a table. Here in Pittsburgh, several popular places like Bucetti's Garden and other high-demand restaurants often require reservations directly through their sites. And you know what? Those tables, they can go really, really fast. And trust me, I know. I love that place.
So, and I haven't been there, and we want to get in so bad, but it's difficult. You have to basically make a reservation months in advance.
Yeah, it really is difficult.
I do like the idea of calling the restaurants. I feel like we've made it so easy to make a reservation on an app or through one of the third-party apps. I had no idea the cost to the restaurants, that they were paying some sort of service fee for that. But I feel like people will hoard those reservations, and then it's so difficult. And unless you're monitoring it around the clock, getting in can be next to impossible.
Yeah, and not only do they hoard the reservations, and from what I understand, people will make a reservation at multiple restaurants until they decide at the last minute what restaurant they want to go to.
And then cancel it.
And so restaurants are losing out on profit. And it makes sense. I do understand that some things can happen. Maybe there's bad weather or the babysitter doesn't show up, and so you miss the reservation. But all it takes just a simple call.
And there are a couple places I know, even through those apps, that will still require you to put down a deposit to hold your table, and if you cancel outside of a window, you will get charged.
You will, and some of those deposits are hefty. I'm talking like $70 and $80, but for me, those are the restaurants that I want to go. So I don't mind, but trust me, I'm not showing up for a dinner reservation.
If you're making it and you've got the babysitter,
I'll be there.
Yeah, no, I'm really in on this. I just, it's so expensive to eat out. We have treated it more like, there was this window of time where I feel like we were eating out a lot. We were going out all the time. We were eating out all the time, taking the kids with us and going to restaurants. It has become for us and our family of 5 unaffordable to do it. So we have now treated it like a special occasion. It has turned back into what I think it was in the 80s when it was going out to eat. It was like a special occasion kind of thing to do.
Yeah, same. I mean, I think about when I was first dating my husband, we would go out all of the time. But even now, like our Friday night date night, sometimes those are inside.
Yeah.
We're making a date indoor, because you're right, it is very expensive. So,
well, speaking of food and restaurants, it's a big week. This morning, PTL kicked off Diner Week. It has become a tradition for us, checking out the local diners that you recommend to us. Some diner drops are today's 3 at 3. Let's get into it here for you. And we're going to start with counties, because this really is a tour. Mikey, I know you're familiar with this.
Oh, yeah.
We are exploring 7 counties with visits, kitchen guests, and live appearances. Daisy, Boaz, Ron, David, and I have been busy over the last couple of weeks, including our producers as well, getting everything lined up. We're going to end the week with the top voted diner of them all. Here's a hint. We've never been there before, and we really do try and make sure that we hit new places.
What a tease there.
I know. I can't wait. I'm so excited to show this one to you. All right, we talked about counties, but at the end of the day, Diner Week is really all about community. PTL started this theme right back in 2020, before the pandemic began, and we are so proud that the tradition has continued for 7 years now. Since then, we have taken you to more than 60 spots in Western PA, and this year, we're adding 10 more to the list. And if a local diner is a place for community to gather, nowhere was more than that and more evident than that than Ruthie's Diner in Ligonier Township. Last month, a late-night fire destroyed the restaurant. Ruthie's Diner opened in 1957. 3 weeks after the fire, the owner, Doris Ruthie Stevens, died at the age of 92. Her passing was not related to the fire. But since then, fundraisers have taken place trying to help employees and the Stevens family. They've gone through a lot the last couple of weeks, and we're thinking about them, and we just wanted to mention them as we're getting Diner Week started, because we know that a lot of people are rallying behind this, and that really speaks to the community and why we love doing Diner Week in PTL.
Yeah, such a tragic story. I know they had such a dynamic fan base, but it's really great to see you guys adding even more diners to the list. How do you do it? Where do you find the time? There's always time to eat, though.
There is. There absolutely is. And we're going to do a lot of it this week. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, Mary is here with your forecast by the hours, plus how ice moving down our rivers can cause jams along some riverbanks. We're going to take a look at this.
And Mondays are tough enough, so let's at least make dinner a little easier. Heather's cooking up a viral recipe that uses frozen pot stickers for a quick but tasty weeknight meal.
And before playlists and podcasts, one radio station connected Pittsburgh like nothing else. Find out how WAMO's legacy is being brought back to life in a new documentary. That's coming up. Don't go anywhere.
All right, before social media, before streaming, there was one place Pittsburgh turned for music: conversation and community. WAMO. Its original run from 1948 to 2009 created a legacy many say can never be repeated. Now a new documentary is preserving that history, the voices, the culture, and the impact of a station that meant so much to so many. Joining me now is the film's director and former WAMO on-air personality, TJ. Hey, this means so much to me. As you know, I used to intern at WAMO a long time ago.
Yes.
Yes. And what a great station.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am proud to be able to tell the legacy. I'm proud to bring the history, some of the stories that some people, may not have known, or the things that are behind the scene. I'm really excited about this project.
All right, so tell me a little bit about it and what made you want to create this documentary.
Well, honestly, having worked at WAMO for 15 years, I started in 1994. It's just a huge part of my life. I say this all the time. A lot of people in Pittsburgh would not know me if it wasn't for the platform of WAMO. Being on the air, being in promotions, being production director, and all the things of such. And so that being said, because it's so much a part of my life, I wanted to share some of the stories behind the scenes. I wanted to, tell some of the legacies and some of the stories that people don't know. I wanted to be able to share that and just have it documented.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of the people that were involved in making this. Some of the faces and the personalities that many of us came to know really well.
Oh my goodness, we interviewed over 40 people for this interview, so it was a lot to put this into, the time constraints. But some of your favorite personalities, obviously Kiki, who's a presence here in the city. Let's see, Albie Silk, you might remember him.
Oh, do I ever? Yes.
Paul Swade, John Anthony. There's just a lot of people that I was able to reconnect through, this interview.
Yeah. And you're in the documentary as well, right?
You know what? Yes. I was against it. I did not want to be a part of it, but they wouldn't let me.
And I bring that up because you definitely contributed to a lot of this history, and you're used to being behind the mic, radio DJ. People don't always see your face, and you said even now you're a little bit uncomfortable, right?
Extremely uncomfortable. I know it's a weird mix because a lot of people know me as being a huge personality on the radio and as such, but honestly, this is a bit uncomfortable.
What do you think? Well, you're doing great.
Thanks.
What do you think was just the best part of WAMO back then?
Before social media, it was the binder. Everyone came to the radio, no matter where you were, whether you're in the car, whether you're at home, everyone came to the radio, and it was what was our version of viral then, so we waited to hear the news, we waited to hear what was going on with Mary J. Blige or anyone else, or, obviously when we had the passing of Tupac and Biggie, we went to the radio to find this out. And I just think it was a great unifier. Yeah,
I used to love working there and walking through the halls.
Yeah.
I mean, you would see so many different celebrities, they would all stop by there. And please tell me that you all talked about the roll call. Is that a part of this?
Absolutely.
For people who don't know, what is the roll call?
The roll call, Albie Silk, and we had a couple different variations of it. J. Cruz, The Breakfast Jam, they did one at one time, but most noted, Albie Silk. What's up, y'all? What's it gonna be? Who's on the phone with your boy Albie?
Yes.
And that used to stop the city. Every night that he did it.
What's it going to be? Who's on the phone with your boy, Albie?
Absolutely. So we talk about the creation and the genesis of that.
Yeah.
And if you get to see the film, there's a little controversy.
Oh,
and
we love that.
Yes, we do. A little bit of controversy in the beginnings and how it actually came about. So that's revealed. And I didn't know that until, we unearthed a lot of this information during the program.
Interesting. All right. What do you think that this documentary means to the city of Pittsburgh?
I would hope it would just to take people who get to watch it to that place in time when you fell in love with radio, or radio was your life. A lot of people, use music as just the backdrop of their lives. And so we woke up to the radio, we went to sleep to the radio, we pressed record when we were trying to get our favorite songs without having the DJ, into our tape. So a lot of that, I just hope people can touch the nostalgic time in their lives and just remember when, radio was your love.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, TJ, for bringing this to life. It's going to be really exciting. All right, if you want to see the new WAMO documentary, there will be a public screening coming up this Saturday at the August Wilson African American Cultural Center. We're going to have those details on our website. Well, next on the show, Mary's taking a look at this week's forecast. Hey, Mary.
Yeah, the snow is back, unfortunately, and we do have a roller coaster this week. Some warmer temperatures, some more rain and snow. I'll break it all down for you and answer your questions and your forecast by the hours when we come back.
Snow made a comeback this weekend. Mary's here with this week's forecast by the hours, and I know we can't really complain right now because our friends to the east are really in it right now. We have some video to show. This is in Hell's Kitchen in New York City. And yeah, they're getting just hammered right now with snow.
Yeah, we're good here. I mean, 15 inches there, even more for places, you know, right around there. I mean, Jersey, up to about 18 inches I saw some. It's insane. Central Park is the one that I saw the 16 inches for. So,
oh my gosh.
Remember when we had a foot of snow, even 10 inches of snow here, shut us down. It shut us down completely for, I mean, a week we couldn't recover. So yeah, that's what they're dealing with
My
now.
sister-in-law is a teacher in New York City. She's a teacher in Staten Island, and she said they have an actual snow day.
Yeah.
And she said, we don't get those anymore. We get virtual learning, just, you know, like so many of our schools here. So this is a big deal. New York City schools even shut down.
So the little bit of snow we have out there, we're good.
We're good. We'll take it. I'll take it. It'll be fine. But let's talk. Kelly is driving to an adult tap class tonight.
Yes, I love that. We love a good time step.
But we know a little bit of snow out there. Some weird temperatures this week. How's she going to do?
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. So I have Futurecast up for you for this evening when you're heading there. It's just going to be a few very light snow showers. Again, any untreated surfaces could still be icy, but here's 4 or 5 o'clock. You're still pretty clear, Bridgeville, heading to Pittsburgh. So I think you'll be in the clear tonight. It's mainly just for those Laurel Highlands and Ridges.
I'm just really proud of you, Kelly.
I know, right?
Taking in a class
I
for
want to
yourself.
do that.
Investing in yourself, I love it. Janine, driving to a doctor's appointment Tuesday afternoon. And you mentioned a few minutes ago how we are going to have like this roller coaster again this week.
We are. So tomorrow we'll actually have a lot of sunshine, which is fantastic. So the biggest thing tomorrow morning is how cold it's going to feel when you're waking up, because we have low temperatures back below freezing. So it is going to be cold. Just keep in mind, again, those icy surfaces if they're untreated. But look at these clouds. They break apart just a little bit there by 11 o'clock, so we'll have some sunshine around, but no snow tomorrow, which is good. But then we do have more snow returning, a little bit of a mix on Wednesday. It's kind of one of those days where it's that battle between spring and
Winter-ish,
whatever season we're in right now.
Anne says she's going shopping in Grove City on Tuesday evening, and I know they can be dealing up north with a little bit of different weather than we might see in Washington County or in the city.
Yeah, they still have some snow depth further to the north too, just because we're not getting much melting with these temperatures around freezing. But with the sunshine, should start to see a lot of that melt, but then you worry about the refreeze when those temperatures drop. But it is looking pretty nice there as we get into the afternoon. Temperatures will be right around that freezing mark. So it looks pretty good as we head into tomorrow night.
The Grove City, I don't know if she's going shopping at the Tanger outlets, but is that where they opened the Lululemon outlet?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have to look into this.
But my husband used to work at the Grove City outlet, so you know Nike up there. We know everyone at Nike
up there. Yeah. Seth is asking for a dog walking forecast. You got anything good for us?
I mean, do you want to walk your dog in the snow and the cold temperatures and the rain? And I mean, sure, go ahead if you want to brave it for the pup. Absolutely. Tomorrow's probably the better day. I mean, the sunshine's going to be nice. Of course, you need to go outside to get that vitamin D. You can't get it when you're just looking outside your window. But we have temperatures into the mid 40s by Wednesday, some early rain and snow, but it really doesn't look like much. We're still looking at a little bit of a mix there on Thursday, but this is the temperature swing. It's 40 degrees. It's going to be a little bit messy, plus you get a little bit of the snow that we had that's melting, so slushy, and then
the possibility for ice too, and all of that.
We'll get back to the upper 50s soon, and this is going to be the past, okay?
Thanks to my earpiece here, we have just confirmed that it is Lululemon outlet. I thought I saw that somewhere. I got to get up there.
Get that workout gear.
All right, Mary, thank you so much. And despite some warmer temperatures in western PA, the ice on our rivers isn't completely gone. Our meteorologists are keeping an eye on ice jams. Ray Petlin has more.
Hey, Ray! That's so cool!
Ice on our rivers is certainly a sight to see. When temperatures get cold enough for long enough, our landscape seems to change as our normally flowing rivers take on a solid appearance. But we all know the ice is only going to stay as long as temperatures are cold enough. And once the temperatures start warming, the ice starts to melt. But that ice melt is not very uniform, and this results in chunks of ice that break free and are sent flowing down the rivers. And these chunks of ice can cause major issues. For starters, that ice flow can act like a natural bulldozer, which can easily grind away at things on the river's banks. If docks or boats are left out, they can easily be damaged or destroyed. If you can, it's always best to put your toys away when you're not playing with them. Those ice flows can be a problem, but it's ice jams that can be a major issue. This is where all those broken chunks of ice collect on the river bends and tighter areas of the river, creating a dam of ice. This can lead to flooding since the river is still trying to move water through its channel. And once an ice jam occurs, there's not much you can do. You essentially have to wait for it to break up on its own so it can start moving water properly again. While an ice jam may look like a stable structure, it is not. Going out on a river with an ice jam is extremely dangerous. These ice jams are made up of many blocks of ice, and walking out could disturb the stability, causing a quick shift, almost like an avalanche. The best case scenario for frozen rivers is to have a gradual warming that causes a gradual melt. On the other hand, the worst case scenario is a quick warm up and rain, because that is what leads to the biggest ice jam issues. While it's really neat to see ice on the rivers, it is very important to monitor that ice once it forms. Reporting from home, I'm meteorologist Ray Petlin.
Really important information there. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, a bike symbolizes freedom for a child, but for kids with physical disabilities, they may not get the chance to experience it. We're talking with a local group erasing that solitude one set of wheels at a time, and now you can get in on the ride too. And one dish and a bag of dumplings. I am trying out this viral recipe that's taking freezer meals up a notch. Can't wait to show this one to you. We'll be right back. We were just talking about this at the start of the show. One of my favorite things to do on the weekend is order takeout, and a must-have for me, pot stickers.
Oh, sounds so good, but with just a couple of ingredients, you can create the same flavors right at home.
For this month's Home Sweet Heather, I followed a viral recipe that's ready in about a half an hour. Take a look.
Tonight we're making the famous one-pan dumpling bake. I kept hearing this was one of the easiest dinners, so I made it myself and added a few things to make it even better. Just mix together coconut milk, red curry paste, ginger, garlic, oyster sauce, peanut butter, soy sauce.
This viral dumpling dish is all over social media right now. It claims to be very easy, but as you can see, we have a lot of ingredients that go along with this. I've made this once before. There were many variations, and it is super tasty. So this recipe calls for 1 can of full-fat coconut milk, 2 tablespoons of red curry paste. We are going to use 3 cloves of garlic. That'll be a little less on here, about 3 teaspoons. We're also adding 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. This variation called for peanut butter, which I love with any kind of Asian dish. So this is 1 tablespoon of peanut butter and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar, and the juice of a whole lime. For our fresh ingredients, we're using bok choy, and I also grated some fresh ginger. If you know how to make homemade dumplings, have at it. But I bought these frozen pot stickers. I've tried them before, they're amazing, and this makes it so easy for a weeknight dinner. First, coffee, obviously. Okay. This is how I broke a nail to begin with. Here we go. Coconut milk. What is this? How is this stuck on my finger? Lime juice. What did I say? 3 teaspoons or whatever. We got ginger, soy sauce. What did I say? 3 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon. I do find with any of these ingredients that it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter, and it doesn't matter. You can always balance it out later. 1 tablespoon of this. I'm a huge fan of sesame oil. I feel like it makes any dish so much better. Okay, let's do our rice vinegar. This is just 2 teaspoons. This is just about gone, so I'm just gonna scoop out what's left. It should be about 2 tablespoons. Last but not least is the peanut butter. Of course. Why do I have to open everything? Fresh spoon. This is also one of those things. The recipe calls for a tablespoon. I like that peanut butter flavor that comes with some of these dishes, so I'm gonna add maybe a little bit more. Mix all this together. It already smells so good with all of that coconut and peanut butter and the curry and the sesame oil. This is where it gets super simple. We've made our sauce. We're just dumping this into the pan. Doesn't say to grease or anything. We have our chopped bok choy. We're gonna add this in. Dumping that out. This has been cleaned and chopped. Just kind of giving this a little stir to make sure it's all coated. And then right on top of all of this, we are gonna add, this said between 18 and 20 dumplings. I think that you should just make sure that your pan is big enough for all of it. And we are just going to put them right on top of everything. This gets covered with some aluminum foil after it's all done. And you put it into a 400-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I bought a chicken and vegetable dumpling. You can also buy a completely pork version if you'd like. This goes into the oven, 400 degrees, 25 to 30 minutes. Do you guys want treats? Do you want a treat? Who wants a treat? Do you guys want treats? Good boy, good boy, good girl. Okay, this is ready. Let's take this out. All right. See the bok choy cooked down. All the dumplings are cooked. Serving up a couple of these. The recipe said to serve with some white rice. We had leftover fried rice from dinner the other night. They also say additional garnishes that you can add and optional, some chili oil, some green onions, and then some sesame seeds if you want. Please don't burn my mouth. Please don't burn my mouth. I'm so glad I added in that extra peanut butter. It's so good. And you get all the flavor from the coconut milk too. So good. I need one more bite. It's really good.
I'm drooling.
You know what
I
the
was
best part-
quiet that entire time.
You know what the best part about having that big bag of dumplings? I can make it again.
Again and again and
And
again.
again.
Or you can make your friends some.
It's so easy. I'm telling you, there are a lot of variations. If you type it into Instagram, you're going to find a bunch of different ones. We will share the specific link to this one that I made. If you go to kdka.com/talkpittsburgh, it'll be there for you, but it's worth making.
Good and so easy.
So easy.
Love that.
Try it out.
I will. Well, ahead on the show, we've got good news to share today. We're talking Western PA nostalgia that you can buy for yourself. And a furry twist on the NFL draft. That and more when Talk Pittsburgh returns. Welcome back to Talk Pittsburgh. Thank you for spending your afternoon here with us.
Ahead this half hour, those childhood firsts we all remember. Well, some kids need a little extra support reaching them. A new campaign is making those moments possible and showing how you can spark a first of your own.
And how you can support your community through a bracket challenge this March. But first, let's get into some good news that has us talking.
Oh yeah, and Mikey, I love this while sports fans are getting ready for the NFL draft. A bunch of local pups are getting ready to show off what they got. Take a look at this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, paws and pups, we are introducing a Pittsburgh first moment that the world will talk about. That's right, the Woofles Pup Draft 2026.
This is from Woofles Premier Pet Resort. They're calling it the Woofles Pup Draft, where families can show off their dogs with special attention through the show to adoptable dogs at the Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh. Winners in the pup draft have a chance to be an ambassador for Woofles. If you want to buy tickets or enroll your pup, we'll have the link at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. And from pups and pints to a bit of hometown nostalgia, a piece of Western Pennsylvania history is up for grabs. Vintage Rolling Rock memorabilia from Latrobe is now popping up on Facebook Marketplace. Jim Builders, Latrobe Roofing Company, is selling everything from classic signs to collectible pieces from the brewery that made that famous green bottle a local legend. It's a chance for fans, collectors, or anyone who loves a good hometown story to own a little piece of beer brand that helped put Latrobe on the map. And here's something exciting for all the fans looking forward to the big dance next month. PPG Paints Arena will once again host some first and second round games of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championships.
And there's a way you can try not to bust your bracket while supporting organizations in our community. Tressa Glover from the Yins Are Good podcast and Mike Zapala of BAB Inc. are here to share more. Welcome to the both of you. And Tressa, what first drew you to this organization?
Oh my gosh. Okay, it was a couple years ago when I first was introduced to BAB. And I have to say that I find them so inspiring because they are a brokerage firm. Let me speak for you and tell you what you do. But they're a business, but part of what they do, their mission is to give back. And I mean, they have BAB Gives Back is even like if you go to their site and see all of that. And they are the culture there is so about community, and they just continue. They do it in myriad ways, not just what we're going to talk about today, which is so awesome. And that's what I have found and my listeners have found so inspiring about them. It's such a great group of people.
Well, and so tell us a little bit about what you all do.
Absolutely. So Mission Madness is a philanthropic initiative that was started by our founder and president, Russell Livingston. The initiative revolves around nonprofits and raising that awareness of the great things people are doing right here in our own community.
Oh, wonderful.
And we have a little bit of fun with it. It's revolved around the men's and women's brackets and completely free to join. The winners of it actually get $500 for themselves personally, but they also get to direct a $2,500 donation to a PA domiciled nonprofit of their choice.
Wonderful.
So again, we're just kind of trying to raise that awareness, and what we've seen a lot of this year as well is a lot of cross collaboration with nonprofits. People may not specialize in one area, but they do something really well in the other. For example, we've seen people preparing hot meals, but they might not have access to deliver these hot meals. Well, another nonprofit kind of raised their hand and said, hey, wait a minute, we specialize in delivering these meals. So our biggest goal is just to raise that awareness, and along with that, just maybe find those cross collaborations where those nonprofits can make their lives a little bit easier as well.
That's really fun. I took one look at you and I said, you know what? He probably played basketball at some point in his life. Is that how you came up with the idea? Is that what inspired you?
So I actually grew up with Russell's family, our president and CEO, and they're a big sporty family as well. I actually played basketball with his son. So right away, his son and I both work with BAB. And right away, they were like, you guys are running with this, and you're going to have a lot of fun with it. So not only were we passionate about it because of the basketball side, but also just the philanthropic side, being able to give back and just, again, spread that positivity, spread that awareness.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, too, because, I mean, you're working in insurance. You're working directly with the community in so many different aspects. Tressa, you have to, I mean, I know this is what you do. You see the good in what people are doing. We all have jobs. We have to go to work. We have to make a living. But there are people who are taking it one step farther and saying, well, how can we give back in this capacity?
And there is so much inspiration in that. And we talk about it on the show a lot, that I think it can be overwhelming if you're like, I do want to help, or I do want to do something, I do want to give back, and you think maybe it has to be this huge, like, you don't have to go and create a bracket like they did, but you can find, if you have an afternoon, if you have a morning, like it is in so many different ways. You can lift others up and you can do what you can do. And it's like discovering, identifying what skill do you have that maybe you don't even realize it's a skill that someone can use or that you can put to use to help others. And folks like BAB and who are giving back, I think, inspire us all to just think a little differently.
Right.
And
I'm curious, how does the bracket work?
So there's a men's and women's pool. It is, like I said, completely free to join. You can find this actually through our website. It's babins.com/missionmadness, BABBINS. But, completely free to join, and ESPN kind of takes it off from there. They run with it. You'll get the alerts. You'll be able to sign up through your bracket once Selection Sunday comes out, which I believe is around mid-March. So Selection Sunday, brackets will be released. People will be in their groups. we'll have a little bit of fun, and then
be able to
go
give
from
back.
there. That's right.
Wonderful. Thank you both for coming on today.
Thank you for
really
having
great
us.
stuff. You can listen to Mike's interview with Tressa on the Yins Are Good podcast. It's available on most audio streaming platforms. We'll have a link to it on our website.
Well, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, we're checking in with Barry Pintar in the newsroom for your first look at the KDKA Evening News.
Plus, what was your first big moment as a kid? A first bike ride, a first roller coaster, a new initiative once families across Pittsburgh to bring those magical firsts to more children. And it all starts with you trying something new. We'll be right back.
Today on Talk Pittsburgh, we're celebrating first. From a child's first word to their first bike ride. Those moments take bravery, support, and a whole lot of love.
This week, a new initiative called Variety of Firsts is kicking off across our area, encouraging families, friends, and entire communities to help more kids experience those milestones.
Joining us now are Variety CEO Tom Baker, as well as Variety recipient Michael Mackey and his mom Audrey Mackey. Thank you all for being here.
Oh my goodness, Heather and Mikey, thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
So Tom, tell us a little bit about Variety, the children's charity, and then the new campaign, Variety of First. This is really exciting.
So Variety, we're trying to make sure it's a household name. We did start here in Pittsburgh 100 years ago, and Variety exists in other states and other countries, but we are number one. Truly, Mikey and Heather, it started here in Pittsburgh, and we're about to turn 100 years old next year, which is pretty wild. So we're very excited about that. We're also going to provide our 10,000th piece of life-changing adaptive equipment. And Heather, you and David were a big part, and I think I saw a video of Jude there leading up to the segment. You were part of Mr. 3000, Jude, when he got his bike here on your other show, Pittsburgh Today Live, which was so much fun. It was a special
cool
time.
To be part of it.
Yeah, so it's life-changing adaptive equipment through bikes, strollers, and voice systems. We have a remarkable programs team. Deanna David, our director of programs, is in studio with us here. But it's all about the kids that we get to meet, the families. We're so happy that Audrey and Michael are here with us, and they're a special family to us, and it's been such a pleasure to get to know them. It's the families coming together, too, the brothers and the sisters cheering on their brothers and sisters. Truly Variety's family.
And Audrey, tell us about, Michael is in one of the adaptive strollers, but you also have one of the really special bikes, too. How has all of this changed Michael?
Yeah, it's been a huge change for our family, for Michael. Prior to even getting the stroller, we couldn't go out as a family. We couldn't go to a restaurant. We couldn't go, to your typical places because he was too big for a regular stroller. So then this came into play, and it just brought the world to us. His older brothers play sports. He happily sits, and watches them and cheers them on. And then when we got the bike, Michael had brain surgery 2 years ago at Children's Hospital, and it changed his life for the better. And they had a lot of these bikes at the hospital in the rehab unit where we were. And they were like, we need to get this kid a bike. So, Tom and Variety came in quickly, and we got this bike. And Michael can just be a kid, like his older brothers and his sister. He can go out and ride bikes with his brothers, like any typical childhood memory that you have.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Like, he can do things that other kids can do. What has been his reaction? Like, what has been the emotion that you have seen in his eyes?
Joy, pure joy. Michael is one of the happiest kids that you will meet, and he is just smiles and laughs all the time. And when that wind is hitting his face and he is outside and, he's getting to the point now where he's like, I'm Dad. Like, he'll go like this behind him.
I'm
like,
good.
I can pedal on my own. Let me go. So it is that very, typical, like, okay, let me go now. Like, I'm going with my brothers. So it's great.
Tom, I want to go back to something Mikey asked about this Variety of Firsts. So
today's the day, Heather.
How can people get involved in this and celebrate this?
So we want people to try things for the first time. The way that Michael got to experience riding his own very own bike for the first time. We had a girl named Peyton last year that literally wished upon a star for a bike and ended up getting one through Variety. Like, we want people to try things for the first time through Variety of First, and people can just hashtag Variety First. They can challenge others to do it. But just think about the stuff that excites you, maybe even scares you a little bit, and then try it through this Variety of First campaign. We're so thankful to Craig Reiner and the team at Highmark, Lauren Santori, for all that they've done to really put this campaign together. It's been a year in action, and we're kicking it off today with Heather Abraham and Mikey Hood and the Mackey family.
We love it.
We're so excited to be here.
What's your first going to be?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. I gotta think about it. Yeah, that's a big question right there. Audrey, but you did. You mentioned you started your own nonprofit and charity, the Michael Mackey Project. Tell us about that.
So thanks to Variety and Tom and everybody and their team, they're truly an inspiration on what they do for kids and how they bring these first to them. that our family decided, you know what, we want to do, you know, the same. And we want to bring typical childhood activities to every child, no matter your ability, no matter your capability. So we start with MVPs, which is Michael's Victory Players. We did an adaptive football event last year. We're in our Hoops and High Fives, and I'm so happy to say that we're going to offer that again, starting another 6-week program, and then we're doing MVP Madness at the end of March. So lots of stuff to come. Arts, entertainment, you name it, we're going to do it all.
I love that a bike and a stroller can inspire you to then give back to so many other families who maybe their kids were not able to experience something.
It's been able to multiply the good through the Mackey family, and I got to say we're grateful as well to Christine Sorensen for all of her help. She's a great ambassador for our organization, always getting the story out about variety and what we're doing to provide these life-changing adaptive moments in situations and experiences for the kids. And I would just say for all your viewers, we stumped Mikey, but think about the things that you'd want to do for the first time. The next time I see you, Heather and Mikey, we're going to talk about our first, and maybe we can even do one together.
I want
so everyone out there in Pittsburgh and greater.
I'm just thinking because I'm going to be held to it.
We've been friends since the 90s, so that is true.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll have a link to Variety and their new campaign on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
I wonder if we could stump Barry. He's over in the newsroom right now, standing by to show us what's going on over there and the stories you don't want to miss tonight on the KDKA Evening News. Welcome back. We want to take a moment to find out what you can expect to see on KDKA TV News tonight at 4, 5, and 6.
Barry Pentar is in our newsroom with some of the stories our news team is working on. Barry?
Yeah, good afternoon. Heather and Mikey. Here are a few of those stories our team has been working on. First, there's been a significant increase in the number of firearms that are being seized by the PA Attorney General's office. According to that office, Attorney General Dave Sunday is talking about how armed drug traffickers are posing increased risks to law enforcement officers in Allegheny, Fayette, Somerset, and Westmoreland counties. We'll hear from Attorney General Sunday as he talks about what he plans to do about this growing problem. The U.S. State Department is urging American nationals in parts of Mexico to seek shelter and remain in residences or hotels. Meantime, here at home, the spring travel season, not to mention spring break travel, is coming upon us. Is the unrest in Mexico going to take a direct hit to the travel industry in our region? Many in southwestern Pennsylvania choose Mexico as a destination. We are talking to the experts. And the 2026 NFL Combine will run from today to March 2nd, with the city of Indianapolis hosting the event as it has done every year since 1987. The Combine means over 300 players will participate in what has become known as football's biggest job interview during a week filled with on-field workouts, medical testing, interviews with coaches, and more. Our Rich Walsh is in Indianapolis and will be covering the Combine all week, of course, bringing us the Steelers' perspective on all that is going on. The Combine runs under the radar for a lot of Steeler fans, as you know.
Oh, goodness. You know, Barry, now I know what my husband's going to be doing for the next couple of days. I just thinking. Cool, great.
So much fun.
That's what's going to be on the TV.
Yes.
But it is, we know it's very important. This is what is looked at for the draft.
Yeah, you know, it's so many fascinating. That's where the new talent is. And as you said, your husband, other people can see it for themselves. So it's very cool to have Richie there. It's going to, you know, some
awesome.
big names from Penn State, for example, will be there. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all potentially ends up right here on our home turf with the Steelers.
All right. Thanks, Barry.
All right.
Well, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, we're wrapping things up with another quick look at your forecast and what we're chatting about on tomorrow's show. Winter is not through with us just yet. Snow showers do wrap up through overnight. And tomorrow, snow is done, but it's going to be cold. Now, that 20 degree you see at 7 a.m., it's going to actually feel into the teens and even single digits for some places. But our high temperatures, again, right around that 30 degree mark. I promise a warm up is on the way.
You know what? We knew it wasn't over.
Yeah, no, it's like we're having a bit of a false spring here. Yep.
We enjoyed it while it lasted. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Coming up tomorrow on Talk Pittsburgh, behind a screen, there is a growing problem. Online gambling has become a silent issue as people become addicted with no one knowing until it's too late. We are discussing the rise and also what can be done.
Plus, your teen's old enough to get a phone, but now it's time to navigate dating apps.
What?
Like a lot of adults, teens are making connections online. talking about tips to stay safe, both you and the teen in your family can use. Can you? That?
I know, this is a really interesting conversation. And we're still navigating the when do we get the phone, but knowing that this is also coming, add this to the list of things to talk about. Well, thank you so much for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. We're streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh tonight at 9. KDKA TV News at 4 starts right now.